how to build an easy Enderman XP farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this farm. Okay, so the first step to this farm is of course to get yourself into the end, which I am right now. And then once you've gotten into the end, you will have to choose one of the sides, well, of this island to build a farm on. Now this can be any side, so, you know, just choose. I'm gonna build it on this side because why not? So anyways, once you have found your location to build the farm in, simply head to the corner of the island and then build yourself a bridge of leaves going 128 blocks out. So yeah, then just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A few moments later.
127 and 128. Okay, so now that you build yourself out 128 blocks outwards, and also to quickly say, I would highly recommend you to build yourself a little wall around using, well, more leaves, pretty much like this. And this is of course to make sure you're safe while running on top of it and don't accidentally fall out. But anyways, just be careful walking out there, so I would recommend you have at least a railing on one side, like for example this. But of course you can do as you wish. So anyways, now let's get started on building the farm. So once you have gotten to here, you will have to place yourself 2 more leaves to the right, then to the left, and then build yourself 6 more leaves going forward on the side right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then link up these 2. Then place yourself out 6 leaves in front of here, destroy the 2 in the middle, replace those with a chest like that. So now you should have a 3x3 hole right here. So what we have to do now is run hoppers going into that chest, then hoppers going into those hoppers, of course, like this. And now that we have the collecting system, simply place yourself out some carpets on top of these hoppers, and this is of course to make sure that the XP doesn't get stuck inside the hoppers. So anyways, once you've done this, place yourself out blocks going all around these, like that. And then in the front right here, we're going to place blocks on the side, and then a row of slabs right here. And by having the slabs right here, we're allowing ourselves to collect all the XP, because some of it will go above the slabs and some will go under. Anyways, what we'll have to do now is expand this wall by 2 more blocks going upwards. So 1, then 2, do the same right here. Then build yourself another row of slabs right here. So now you will have plenty of space right here to hit and kill the Enderman. So anyways, then place yourself out some leaves on top of these 2 blocks, and then going up from the rest of these blocks, build yourself 35 more blocks going upwards. So that's pretty much 35 more blocks going upwards on these blocks, these 3 blocks, these 3, and these 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so once you've done that, you should have a big tower that looks like this. What you will have to do now is build yourself a block in each of these corners. Then once you've done that, you will have to build yourself 13 blocks going out from all around here. So pretty much from the front right here, build 13 blocks going outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then do the same on all of the other sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. So what you will have to do now is link up all of these pillars we just built going outwards. So simply build blocks out until you can, well, link them up together. Pretty much like this. Then of course do this on all of the other sides. And boom, once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. So what you will have to do now once you're done with that is of course fill in all of this with blocks to make this into a big platform. So yeah, then just do that, and yeah. And this right here is pretty much going to be the Enderman spawning platform. And as you can see, some Endermen are already spawning on top of here, which is perfect. Alright, so once you've done that, what you should have now is a big platform with most likely some Endermen spawning on top of it. Now to quickly say, be careful when you're building the rest of this, because the last thing you want is to have an Enderman be mad at you and then push you out on the side. But anyways, the next step now is to make sure Endermen don't fall off to the side and rather fall into the middle right here. And to do that, we're going to build a small wall around the farm. So to do that, build 2 blocks going upwards from one of the corners. Then on top of the second block, place yourself a slab, then destroy those bottom blocks. Then build yourself a slab wall right here going all around the rest of this farm, pretty much like this. So the next step, once you've done all this, is make sure the Enderman can actually fall into here. So to do that, place yourself out 3 trapdoors right here. Make sure these are on the upper part of this block right here. And what this means is that if it's on the lower part, they're placed right here instead. So make sure they're on the upper part of the block. Place same 3 slabs right here, or trapdoors I mean, a single one right here and a single one right here. So now if you open all of them, they should look something along the lines of this. So what you will have to do now is obviously get yourself an endermite in the middle right here, which will lure all the endermen that will be spawning on top of here into this room. So to do that, look at one of these trapdoors, place a block going out from that trapdoor, then place 3 more blocks going upwards. 1, 2, 3, destroy the 3 bottom blocks, then place yourself a railing on top of this block with then a minecart on top of it. And now we're going to need ourselves some additional space, because we will obviously have to throw some ender pearls to get an endermite to spawn in there. So to do that, we're going to expand this block by 3 more blocks going one way. Then we're going to build a small wall of blocks going all around this minecart, and we're going to expand this wall to be 2 blocks high. Then what you need to do is get yourself an ender pearl and get ready to spawn an endermite, and you will also need yourself a name tag to obviously name this endermite to make sure it doesn't despawn. So anyways, then just throw a bunch of ender pearls until you get an endermite to spawn, and yeah. Alright, so there we go. Now I have an endermite, and it might move automatically over to the minecart, but if it doesn't, simply just push it in. So now once you have it inside here, you need to make sure you rename it before it ends up in the minecart. So I'm gonna destroy the minecart, rename it, place a new minecart. We have to push it out. Boom, there we go. Now we're just gonna push it in, or if you are in survival, you can obviously just have it follow you into the minecart. Now that it's in the minecart, simply destroy almost all the blocks we have around it. But before we destroy the rest of the blocks, make sure you place a slab on top of, well, right above the minecart. And now you can destroy all the blocks, and as you can see, Enderman will already try to attack the endermite, and they will fall into this hole. So now the farm is actually done, so what we can do now is head back down here. I'm obviously gonna go into survival because most of you would be in survival, and then I'm just gonna stand right here, wait for the enderman to fall down, and then I'm gonna hit them. Now bear in mind that I'm already level 8, but as you can see, we're already collecting quite a bit of XP. So you just wait for them to fall down, start hitting them, and yeah. So yeah, and as you can also see, we can also one-tap the enderman because they take quite a bit of fall damage, which is of course very nice too. And as you can see, if I grab a wooden sword, we can also one-tap them, which is pretty nice. So this means that if you have diamond sword, you can actually save some durability and simply use a wooden sword instead, which is always nice. So anyways, that is it for this one, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any questions about how this farm works or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.